Hey everybody, it's me, Marquita. I am coming to talk about me watching the Midas Touch, and AOC and Bernie Sanders went to Las Vegas and did a rally. Now, I don't remember if y'all remember me saying in, it might have been December after the election. And I have said multiple times that my dream team of political people, and I even said not in any particular order. I said Bernie Sanders for president, AOC for vice president, Jasmine Crockett for Secretary of State, or the Secretary of House. I think that's what Mike, what's his name? Bible Thumper dude. Anyways, Mike Johnson. So, my 1, 2, 3. And it could be Jasmine Crockett for president, AOC for vice president, or AOC for vice president, and Jasmine Crockett. AOC for president, and Jasmine Crockett for vice president. Bernie Sanders. They literally was my top 3. And I said that, I've been saying, if Bernie Sanders run, there's no question who I'm going to vote for. I have said that. I always have said, I'm not a Democrat. I'm technically not an independent either. Not a Republican. I don't have any problem with being labeled a specific thing. But see, the problem is I'm not a specific thing. And it wasn't until David Patman said, I'm not a Democrat, I'm on the left. And I'll go, you know what? That's me. Because when people's like, oh my gosh, you're a woke Dem. I'm like, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not. If I'm anything, I'm an independent. If I'm anything. But then when David Patman said, I'm not a Democrat, I'm on the left, I said, you know what? I'm not a Democrat, I'm on the left. But I always said that I wasn't a Democrat. But I did not, it didn't pop in my head that, no, I'm not a Democrat. I'm on the left, or I lean more left than right. Because I have always said, if a Republican is running for any part of the government, and I agree and see that their values and what they're saying, if that is ideal, if that is what I believe in for me and my fellow people around me, because I don't just vote for me. I vote for, this last time when I voted for Kamala Harris, and I have said this multiple times, I voted for Kamala Harris. And the reason I voted for Kamala Harris is because my kids, that is Gen Alpha, has less rights than I did as a millennial. And my vote was to make sure that my kids, Gen Alpha, has more rights than I do as a millennial. That's why I voted first for Kamala Harris. Second, I voted for Kamala Harris for Zelensky. Because when I put my vote in, Three faces was in my head. Three faces was in my head. Two was my kids, and the third one was Zelensky. And the face of Zelensky, when he literally came over and he said to Trump, I came over. I talked to, Vice President Harris, and and he was doing a press conference with Trump. He's like, and I'm speaking to talking to Mr. Trump, and I hope that we can sit down and work something out. And then that's when Trump looked at this man that fought for the last 3 years with his people on the front line, booted, and like he had guns. So me saying fighting, I don't mean like, rallying, me like him just saying things. No, he got a gun. He went and he fought with his people on the front line, physically fought with the army. And most of the army of Ukraine is its citizens. The people that live there, that the guns, the weapons that they got from the United States, because that's what some people don't want to admit, that yes, we gave Ukraine aid in the form of our old weapons. And it actually helped the United States, because the weapons that we gave them was weapons that I do believe they said in 2026 is the weapons that we need to destroy. And they said it costs more to destroy it than it does to make it. So why not give it to a place, to a country that needs it right now, that can use it right now? And the weapons that we gave them, that literally next year, if we did not give it to them and we did not use them, we will have to destroy. Which if it costs us $1 million to make, it's going to cost $3 million to get rid of. Because of the material, because of the things that's in the metal, in the gunpowder, in all that. You have to dispose it a certain way. So it might cost $1 million to make. I'm throwing out a number. These are not the official numbers. But if it costs $1 million to make a weapon, one weapon, and it costs $3 million to get rid of, like to dismantle it and dispose it in a way that is safe, why not give it to somebody that needs it right now? Because we didn't need it right this second. And it's about to expire. It is 2025. And if we don't use it, then we got to destroy it next year. But they were able to use it before it expired. And when we gave them weapons, then what happened? We then made new ones, which gave jobs to the United States. Because we had to replace the weapons that we just gave to Ukraine. We didn't give them dollars. We gave them weapons that literally in 2026 we will have to get rid of. That's like going into your grandmother's house and your grandmama got a loaf of bread on the top of her refrigerator. If y'all didn't grow up like that, okay, just work with me. Walk with me. Walk down here with me. So if your granny got a loaf of bread on her refrigerator and she's not eating it right now, but you're hungry and you want to make a sandwich. But she tells you, no, I'm not going to, no, you can't use that bread. No, you can't use that bread. And then that bread molds. She could have gave the bread to you. She could have let you make a sandwich with that bread instead of just holding it and holding it and holding it until it got bad to where she couldn't eat it and she had to throw it away instead of letting you have it or letting you use it. That's what we did. Other countries, yes, gave physical cash, but see, that's what happens if y'all ever, and like literally, this is taking me back to first grade because this is the very first time that I ever heard that story of stone soup. That's what NATO. That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be stone soup. One person has a rock. Another person has potatoes. Another person has corn. Another person has green beans. Another person has carrots. One person might have a little bit of meat or a little bit of fat, whatever. We all come together, each one of us. Yeah, we can't eat the rock because that ain't going to get us full. We can't eat, like they can eat their carrots, but that ain't going to get them full. But if we all come together and put it all together, and then we all eat the stone soup, yeah, we will all be full. Because like Jesus did, when he went and fished with 2 loaves of bread and 2 fish, and he broke it and fed the whole neighborhood. He fed everybody with 2 fish and 2 loaves of bread. Now, yeah, the fishermen could have ate their 2 fish, and the baker could have ate their 2 loaves of bread. But no, they came together. They came together and they shared their 2 fish and their 2 loaves of bread, and it fed everybody. I believe in the Bible. My God is a mighty God. My God is a great God. He is a mighty God. I don't worship false idols. Trump is not my God. Trump can't even, you know what? I see I was about to get personal. And I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to keep it good. Because my God is my God. And I know who my God is. My God is Jesus Christ, Almighty. Alpha, Omega, beginning and end. But I bring it back to why I made this video. AOC and Bernie Sanders. I said it then. That's like if I can have anybody as president and vice president. Like I said, my dream team is Bernie Sanders. Because this man, y'all could call him old, y'all can call him whatever you want to call him. But what you can't say is that he changed his mind. Because this man has been saying for the last 50 years, a man that was born and raised during, Gary, what's that called? Yeah, the Depression, the Great Depression. This man grew up with the rations books. This man grew up when it was rations during the Great Depression. So he knows what it's like to be poor. Yes, he might not be poor right now today, but he made his money. And he has been saying for the last 50 years, 50 plus years, I'm not 50, I'm 41. But he has literally been saying my whole entire life that he is for the people. He thinks minimum wage should be a certain amount. He thinks that taxes, that the rich, and that even includes him, should get taxed at a higher percent because they have more money. He has always tried to fight for the little people. Yes, this man is a multi-millionaire. He wrote books. He has put his money. When the miners and everybody was doing the protests, he was standing there protesting with them for the unions. That's why Jeff Bezos don't like Bernie Sanders, because he's the one that was standing there like picketing, buying them pizzas, the people that was outside, because Jeff Bezos, Amazon, would not let them people have a union. And Bernie Sanders stood out there holding signs, buying food, making sure that they have water, sitting there picketing with the people until what? They got a raise and they got to have a union. So yes, I have always said that I wanted Bernie Sanders to be my president. But if not him, AOC. If not her, Jasmine Crockett. Because let me throw in Senator Green. I don't remember. Al Green. Because he even, like, I don't know him all like that, but I'm throwing him in there. Because none of the Democrats, or let me not say none, 10 of the Democrats stabbed him in the back. 10 Moskowitz. And see, you lost Alcoof with me. I had problem with Schumer, but Schumer's old. Him and Mitch McConnell need to go on and just duck out. We won't miss you. We won't miss you. Go on and duck out. Y'all are past your prime. But don't mess with Bernie. Because Bernie's still showing that he's for the people. With the people. He continues and puts his name, his money, where his mouth is. Every single time. Now, I'm not saying that the senators and all that need to give people money. No. All that we ever ask for is to fight for us. To fight for us. Not fight against us. So yeah. If I gotta put my cabinet together, AOC in any other positions, president, vice president, House, the Secretary of State, whoever. Jasmine Crockett, president, vice president, Secretary of State. Bernie Sanders, president, vice president, or Secretary of State. Al Green, president, vice president, Secretary of State. That's all I'm saying. Because them people have proved that they will fight with us. Like I said, when High King Jeffrey said what he said, I said he's on my fuck you list. And he haven't got off. He haven't got off that list. He is on that list now with Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer, welcome to the fuck you list. Sorry, but not sorry. Because if you're not willing to fight for us, then just get out the way. If you don't want to fight for us, don't fight against us. I'm like what Jennifer said on iHip News. Love pumps. Love Jennifer. Love them on iHip News. I won't call Pumps. Maybe I will call her by her name. Angie. Miss Angie. Like, I don't like saying her name because I know her as Pumps. But my point of it is, with all respect, I'm like them. They are fighting their hardest in Oklahoma. But they say what I'm thinking. They say what I'm thinking. Like Jan, like literally, when she says things, I'm like, she said it before I could. She said it before I could. Because I'm feeling the exact same way. Because I don't feel like, and this is just me being a new subscriber to their page. I don't feel like what they're saying is fake. See, I'm going to say that Mika and Joe, they got me. They got me. Because I wasn't for Mika and Joe. I wasn't. This is before they got married. Then I seen, oh, okay, they're getting married. And then when Trump said in 2016 about Joe, about him killing his secretary, and then her family had to come out and say no, she had an undiagnosed heart problem. He didn't kill her. He wasn't even in town. Rest in peace. He didn't do that. And then when he said that about Mika's daddy, okay, I'm like, how you gonna just talk about her and like disrespect her daddy's honor because her daddy is passed, to my understanding. So, like I said, when they said what they said about him, I was like, okay, Mika and Joe, I hear you. And as soon as he got in, as soon as he won in 2024, they went down to Mar-a-Lago, came back on the show and said, guys, he just wants understanding. No, Nikolai done gotcha. Nikolai gotcha. You went down and you kissed the ring. And like the omen, Damien done gotcha. He dangerous. He wants you too, Malachi. He wants you too. I'm just saying. Y'all went down, y'all kissed the ring, and Nikolai got you. But it's okay, because if you don't have true love in your heart, he'll get you. You have to make sure that you keep God first in everything that you do. Or let me say, whatever religious person that you worship. Because I worship God. But not everybody does. But I am not telling anybody that my God is the God. My God is my God. Number one and only. But I'm not telling anybody else that my God is their God. Because I don't want nobody to tell me that my God's not my God. Because I'm willing to fight. My God is my God. He's mine. The only one that I serve. I don't serve no other. So, I would say respectfully, because I respect other religions. And I know not all other religions believe in my God. And that's okay. But I do. And I'm 10 toes down about it. Always. I will never turn my back on him. He is my God. Let me not say never. I would hope that my faith will always be as strong as it is right now. Because I don't know the future. I don't want to say, no, I will never deny you. And then I turn it to John. Or I'll never deny you and I turn it to Judas. Right now, I would say no. My God is my God. And I'm willing to die for him. Would you die for him? Yes. 7 sign. I'm just saying. But that's just how I feel. I can say that with my whole chest because that's my real fear. That's how I really feel. That's my real feel. That's my real emotions. That's the real me. That my God is my God and my God is the only God. But I'm not pushing my God on anybody because everybody has to have their own personal relationship with their God. And if their God is my God, then welcome. Our God is a mighty God. But if our God is not the same God, then I respectfully respect their God. If they, even if they don't respectfully respect mine, I do. And I will fight for mine. I would. Because I love him that much. I do. But like I said, I'm not, and I know most Christian people are like, no, Jesus is the only God. No, because if that's the case, then you're not you're not respecting that there's no other people in this world, because you're only seeing you, and you have to be right and everybody else is wrong. And I don't that's not how I think, because if that was the case, the Tower of Babylon, they had different languages, right? It got torn down because they was trying to get up to God, not because they were different languages, not because they were like that he didn't want them the same. They were trying to get up. They were trying to build a tower up to heaven, and he's like, knocked it down so nobody couldn't communicate, so that they could not get back together and try to rebuild the tower. So if there's different religions and if there's different languages, who am I to say that there's not different gods for them people? I know my God, and I know what I believe, and I will fight for my God. So I'm not going to down anybody about their God if their God is different than my God. But I have always said that. I have always believed that. I have always prayed. Ever since I was like 6 or 7. I'm like, God, please give me give me all the languages of the Tower of Babylon. I want to know how to speak, how to understand, how to read every language. I have always said that. And I have always said, please, God, just please, just one day, let me be able to understand every language, be able to read it, be able to speak it. Because I wanted it so that if somebody is around and they speak a different language, I want to be an interpreter, not for money, for free, because I want everybody to be able to get along. I have been saying that more than my whole life. Ever since I heard about the Tower of Babylon, I have said, I want to know all the languages. I want to be able to speak. Like, I want to be able to... What, Gary? Who is?
AOC and Bernie Sanders.
Yes, Gary, I'm watching it. I'm talking right now. But yes, I was watching it. That's what made me do the video. But that's all I'm saying. I'll let y'all go. I have had y'all's ear for 29 minutes, and I do apologize because y'all know I can talk.